Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today I bring you my monthly favorites for the month of May. I feel like I say this in every single favorites video, but the month just flew by. Before I knew it, we're in June and it's like the kids are out of school and I'm out of school. Like everybody's out of school, summer's almost here and it's like, wait. Anyway, today's list is not huge. This is what I've been trying to do with my monthly favorites. I've been trying to condense it down to the products that I have actually been grabbing on a regular basis and not just random stuff that I've grabbed a couple of times and I'm like, okay, yeah, I really like it. I want to make sure that the products that I'm including in my monthly favorites are true favorites that I grab over and over and over again throughout that particular month, which is why my lists I feel are so small. I hope you guys are okay with that. I don't want to overwhelm you guys every single month with like, here are 20 new things that I tried, not every single day, but I really like them. So here you go. I want to make sure that I love the products that I am sharing with you guys during these monthly favorites videos. And so yeah. So we're going to start off with hair. The thing that I get asked the most about is how do I maintain my hair? How am I keeping it looking so healthy after I've bleached the complete poop out of it? And the answer to that is the Olaplex number 4 and number 5 Bond Maintenance. This is the shampoo and the conditioner. I feel like this truly has made the difference between looking like I have fried hair and not looking like I have fried hair. I use this in between my purple shampoo sessions. And I only wash my hair every 2 to 3 days. I try to push it to 3 days. Beyond that, I just can't get myself to push it beyond that. I used to shower every single day, so thinking about pushing it beyond 3, I just can't, okay? I can't do. So anyway, in between my purple shampoo sessions, this is how I wash my hair. Trust me, a little goes a long way with these. I know that they look super tiny and they're kind of pricey, but they last me so long, and I don't have like super short hair anymore, and I have quite a bit of it. They last me a long time. You do not need a ton every time you're washing with these. I know it might feel like it, but they're super concentrated, and whenever I do apply like a quarter size amount, maybe even a little bit less, I just make sure that I'm lathering in between my hands before I apply it onto the hair, and that will take care of the need for more shampoo or more conditioner. Just make sure you're lathering it, spreading it out. Little goes a long way, and it's helped me maintain healthy looking hair. Next, let's go over skincare. Now, I don't introduce a lot of different skincare into my skincare routine on a regular basis, but these are 2 products that I have recently introduced. I want to say I've been using them for about a month and a half, something like that, and I've really loved the difference that these 2 have made. First one is this one here. This is the Ordinary's Niacinamide Plus Zinc Serum. It has 10% niacinamide, 1% zinc. I've noticed such a difference with this serum since I started using it. I do have acne prone skin. It all changed once I hit 30. Like once 30, 31, 32 hit, I just started breaking out for no reason. And I had gone a really long time without breakouts, okay? I was that teenager who was like, just riddled with acne across the forehead, but that's normal, that happens. But in my 30s, I didn't appreciate it, and I struggled with it for a while. Now I've stuck to my Averaglow skincare system that really, truly does take care of my skin in more ways than one, more ways than just like the acne, right? But I decided to introduce this into that, and it has made such a difference. So I no longer need like an overnight mask every single day in order to keep the blemishes away or keep the blemishes to a minimum. I've also noticed this helping with the oiliness that I tend to get along the T-zone. I'm pretty oily here, but ever since I started using this, I still consider myself oily, but just not as much, not as bad as it used to be. So super inexpensive, something that you can add into your skincare routine, and it's going to make such a difference. I love this stuff. Now, the second skincare product that I've been loving, truly like obsessed with over the last, I want to say a little bit over a month, is the Desi Skin Claro Que Si Vitamin C Glow Serum. The name is just so freaking clever, like Claro Que Si. It's so clever. I love it. I love Desi Perkins as a fellow Mexicana, as a fellow Latina. Like, I just wanted to support her just with anything that she was going to throw at us. But this has truly been something that I am going to absolutely continue to purchase from her. It has made such a difference in my skin. So I'm going to show you guys two pictures, like a before and after. The first one was taken on April 23rd. And as you can see, my skin's not very even in the first one, right? This second one I just took 2 days ago. So on Wednesday. What a difference. It just, my skin looks so much more even. It looks so much brighter. It just looks so radiant, so dewy. I love the way that this serum goes onto the skin. It's not heavy whatsoever. It's very, very lightweight, but it leaves this really lovely, beautiful radiance behind. Initially, I purchased it just to support, but now like I'm hooked. I'm hooked. So these two new serums that I've introduced into my skincare, I don't see myself not using them anytime soon. Next up is the Sigma Ambience palette. I love everything about this palette, the formula, the shades. I love the fact that this palette can be for a daytime look or a nighttime look or an in-between look, like anything. And I love the formula. Like I talked about in the video when I'm first testing this out, the formula is just, it blends so easily. It blends together so nicely. Sometimes, depending on the palette, you'll find shades that just will not lock. They just will not blend into one another. And you can see the line from when one shade ends and another one begins, like the lighter one, and they just won't blend in for whatever reason. I never have any issues with this particular palette, with other Sigma palettes. Like I talked about in the video when I'm first trying this out. If you didn't see it, I will put it in the card somewhere so that you can find it. But the formula, the Sigma Beauty formula, has just gotten so good over the last few years. It's definitely a go-to palette, and I used it a ton during this last month. Next, let's talk about brushes, because I feel like I haven't really ever talked about brushes. Like, I talk about brushes here and there, but I really want to include them in my monthly favorites. Two in particular. This one is the Sigma Multitasker brush. I cannot tell you how in love, I cannot even begin to tell you how much I love this brush. It is so versatile, all over the face. You can use it all over the face, underneath the eyes, on the side of the nose, on the forehead, like just anywhere and everywhere. I love using this for foundation because it's super soft, it's super dense. Foundation goes on just looking so nice and smooth. And let's say that I went a little bit too crazy on my contour or on my bronzer. This is perfect for just like carving it out a little bit, but without carving it out, because I'm not someone who bakes, so I don't carve it out with like additional powder. But sometimes, like I said, I can get a little bit messy and the bronzer will end up like down here. I just go back with this brush and it's so easy to just back and forth right there, and it does a little bit of the carving for you so that you don't have to worry about your bronzer kind of being all over the place. I love this. I love this so much. Multitasker, it definitely is. Another brush that I constantly talk about but that I've never put in a favorites video is this one right here. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques. Super affordable. It comes in a set of two, but I love using this one for the concealer under the eye. It's super dense, super soft. It does a really good job at like distributing the concealer, but without absorbing much of the product. So you don't need as much concealer in order to get full coverage underneath the eyes. And I really like this other brush that it comes with because it's nice and fluffy, but it's still small. So it's perfect for blending your eyeshadows underneath, like along the lower lash line, you know what I mean? So I love these so much. I cannot recommend them enough. Next on my list, I have the Rockateur blush from Benefit. Not only do I love the way that this smells, because it smells so good. It smells so good. But if you're sensitive to scents, this might not be your favorite because it is pretty heavy, just a little bit, but I love the shade. That is what I have on, just a little bit of that right here. But here, I'll show you guys what this looks like built up a little bit more. I love the shade. You see that? Like, it's super subtle, but it's just like the right amount of like flush along the cheeks. You also get a little bit of a shimmer with this, which I really, really like. I appreciate. And I love the fact that you can build it up. Like you can start off small to where you don't really notice it, or you can build it up a little bit more without overdoing it. I love the shade. I feel like it's pretty versatile, and I love the fact that it goes with so many different eye looks. Next, also from Benefit, this is their new Hoola Glow powder, this bronzing powder. This has a little bit of a glow. It's exactly what it says. It's like the original Hoola bronzer, but make it dewy, make it glow. That is what I have along here, the temple area, and down here along the cheek area. I really like the way that this just warms up the skin just enough, but not too much. Now you do, with this one, you do have to go very, very light-handed because you can overdo this one really easily, more so than the original Hoola bronzer. Like that one, I feel like I can build up gradually a little bit, but this one, first dip and you should be good to go. So this should last you a really long time. I love the dewiness that it brings, but without feeling dewy, you know? Like make me look dewy, but without feeling dewy. Next on my list, I have these two different glosses. This gloss is from Lunar Beauty in the shade Celine, and this one is from Sigma Beauty in the shade Brilliance. I like them for different reasons. I have been rocking more glosses lately. I don't know, I just feel like now that I don't necessarily have to wear a mask everywhere I go because I'm fully vaccinated. That's right, I've got my 2 shots. So yeah, I can go maskless to certain areas. So there are times when I wanna add a little bit something onto the lips, but I don't necessarily wanna grab like a lipstick or liquid lipstick or like too much, but you know, I wanna add a little bit of life. This is what I'll grab. I'll grab the Lunar Beauty gloss. It's just a bit thicker, but it's super comfortable. That's something that I really, really enjoy about this gloss is that it will give you that nice shimmer, so it'll bring your lips to life, but it's not sticky. It's super comfortable. It has a very, very light scent, but it smells like vanilla, like kind of, yeah, like vanilla. So anyway, I love this one on its own. The one that I have been pairing a lot with like liquid lipsticks or lipsticks is this one from Sigma Beauty, just because it is more, it's not as thick. It's a lot, like the formula is thinner than the Lunar Beauty formula. And so I find that this goes on top of like liquid lipsticks. Like today I have it on top of a liquid lipstick and it's not uncomfortable. It's not super thick. It's like I can take any of my liquid lipsticks, just add a little bit of this, and now all of a sudden they're really, really nice and shimmery and they're so comfortable. You can reapply it as many times as you want throughout the day and it does not change anything. So really, really like this one as well. And last on my list is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I love the way that this makes the skin look. It's like skin, but better. It's your skin still shows, but now it's like a lot more even. Everything looks a lot smoother, but without looking like you have foundation on. I love, 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 love what this does to the skin. I like that a lot of different beauty brands are coming out with skin tints because I feel like this is definitely the year for skin tints. Natural is beautiful. You don't have to, like, you can do a full face like I did today, or you can go really light, put on just a little bit of something to look a little bit more put together, a little bit more awake, and you're out the door. It's just, it makes it so simple. I can apply this with my fingers. I can apply it with a brush, whatever it is. Just apply a little bit of this. I do a little bit of concealer underneath the eyes and I am good to go. It's super lightweight and I love the way that my skin looks whenever I wear this. So that is my list of favorites. And now let's go over the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener. I told you guys in that review that I was going to continue to test this underneath different concealers since I didn't love the way that it wore with the Fenty concealer, the Pro Filter concealer. And so I did try this with my Tarte Shape Tape, but it looked too dry. I tried it with my Pat McGrath, but it broke up similar to what it did with the Fenty one. I also tried it with my Hourglass. I had similar results with that one. The last one that I tried it with is my Boing Cakeless Concealer, and it looks too dry. So the only way that I've really been able to use this is by itself without any concealer on top of it, without even any setting powder on top of it, because when I do set it, it makes it look dry within minutes. So I can use it by itself in order to brighten and neutralize the under eye darkness a little bit, but of course it doesn't conceal completely. And yeah, I use it on like my light makeup days. So when I am gonna grab like my skin tint, that's when I will grab this and I will apply a little bit of it underneath the eyes. I really wish it would come like in a different container, if you will. Every single time I squeeze this, a ton of product comes out. So what I've been doing is I've just been squeezing it onto the back of my hand and then grabbing it that way and applying it under the eyes. Because yeah, whenever I did try to squeeze it like directly underneath the eyes, you just get so much product. So I just wish that they wouldn't have come in this. But you know, it's okay on its own. I don't absolutely love it like I do everything else that I have that's Fenty Beauty. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It's a little bit of a bummer because I love everything Fenty Beauty. This is the only thing that I've tried that I'm like, it's okay. So that completes today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed my monthly favorites and that you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.